For many people, the meaning of a sentence is what grabs their attention. When you need to focus more on structure, it's likely that you'll need to practice that and to train yourself to do it. Here I present an acronym that can help you remember specifically what aspects of structure you could notice. So let's get to it. You can look for constituents. Which words go together as units? Where do those units begin and end? In this sentence, we could notice two white cats is a unit, on the couch is another, and it's a smaller unit inside the larger, sleep on the couch. You can also notice what lexical categories there are. Here, for example, we have two nouns, cats and couch. And for us to be noticing something about structure here, what's important in noticing lexical categories is that we're not thinking in terms of what kinds of meanings does cat and couch have. Rather, we're noticing that cat and couch are together in a category of words that behave similarly. For example, these words can be made plural. And it's also helpful to notice the order of elements in a sentence. And you know what, actually, I just needed a vowel letter here for my acronym, but yeah, it's good to notice the order of elements, and that's a way of noticing structure as well. You can also pay attention to what is being modified. For example, back to our sentence, white modifies cats. A lot of times people say this as white describes cats. And I think you probably mean the same thing as modifies when you say that. But it's better to say modify because that way we're making it clear we are talking about structure, not meaning. Because when we're concerned with the structure of this sentence, it actually doesn't matter that the color white is a characteristic of some cat out there. The relevant thing is that in the phrase two white cats, the noun cat is the main thing and that the adjective white modifies it. So this is a structural relationship. It's not about meaning. Also, on the couch modifies sleep. So these are helpful things to notice about structure. And finally, notice phrases. Of course, this overlaps a lot with our first element of noticing constituents, but more specifically, when you see a constituent, if it is a phrase, then what is its form? Is it a noun phrase, as in two white cats? Or maybe a prepositional phrase, as in on the couch? Those would be the forms, the form of those phrases. The form of two white cats, it's a noun phrase. And the form of on the couch, it's a prepositional phrase. And we can also say what their function is. The function of two white cats, in this case, is that it's the subject of the sentence, whereas on the couch functions in the same way as an adverb would, modifying the verb sleep. So there you have it. And so my recommendation is that every time you check your work by thinking, did I CLOMP? Make sure that you CLOMP every time. I don't mean that you need to check off each one of these 5 items in every analysis, but you should at least have said something about one of the 5. So at the center of your discussion should be something substantial about at least one of these things. And that way you can quickly check that you are saying something about sentence structure, not just about meaning. I hope that's helpful.